Most of us are native speakers of Spanish. Most of us know grammar. And most of us have fluency and dominate the language. Mexico, Spain, Colombia, Argentina, and Venezuela are the 5 countries with the most native speakers of Spanish. But be a native speaker is not enough to be a good teacher. Just the grammar is not enough. Just the book is not enough. Culture is part of the language. Culture is no history of the language, history of the country. Culture is no dates, and culture is no traditions. The history of Spanish. According to Carlos Prieto, a Mexican linguist and musician, in his book 5,000 Years of Work, he said that Spanish began with Iberians, Basques, Phoenicians, and Celts. In the year of 1000 before Christ, in the 133 before Christ, Romans took Spain. This part of the culture that the Romans start with the science, bring knowledge to Spain, to a territory that now we know as Spain. 800 years later, the Arabs took Spain, apporting 4,000 words to the vocabulary. Could you imagine 4,000 words? In 1029, the Spanish took Spain. It sounds weird, but realize the Arabs had Spain, and now they want a revolution. They want to take the territory. And this also affects the language. History affects the language. And in 1492, this is an important year for the Spanish because it has 3 main dates. The first, the Duke of Granada. The second, the Spanish came to America. And the third, the borrowing of the words that the language took from America, from the native speakers of America. Knowing the history of the language and knowing the history of the country, the dates and the traditions are easier to understand. The student is able to understand why these dates are so important in that culture, why they are celebrating that, why they do what they do. For example, why Mexico and Spain celebrate the Candelaria Day on February 2? Why in Mexico they celebrate All Hallows Day in November? And why There is a specific day of the Independence Day in every country. Now, the traditions in pirate culture are rituals, let's call them like that are done in a specific date. These rituals change through the time. And if the student feels that relation with the date, feels that relation with the country, the language will be easier to crack. The language is changing all the time. Maybe you can notice that. Maybe you don't. But language is engaged to culture. Everything is linked. History, traditions, dates, language. Now, knowing the history, you can understand the dates. Knowing the history, you can understand why the countries like that, why the language have these characteristics nowadays. Culture is part of the knowledge. Be a teacher is have knowledge. Be a native speaker is not enough. Teacher must have the knowledge, the culture, and passion.